Welcome back, Tarot fam. I got my bangs sprayed out of my face. I still need a haircut, but at least they're sprayed out of my eyes a little bit more. I got some wild like 80s hair going on here, but this is Gen Z tarot or Gen X tarot. So go figure. So let's take a look at how Queen Camilla would respond to Harry returning to the royal fold. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we have made it through Harry. We've made it through the King, Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, who doesn't love her, and William. Let's see what Queen Camilla has to say about Harry coming back to the royal family. Now, we know that she was branded the evil stepmother in Spare. Not too cool to do that in writing. It's actually pretty rotten, if you ask me. So let's see how she feels about Harry coming back. Now, knowing what we do know about Queen Camilla, she is pretty practical when it comes to life stuff, and she kind of shrugs some things off. She's a pretty tough cookie. She has really, I think, navigated a difficult role for her coming on, being brought into the royal family after Princess Diana, or Diana, Princess of Wales, who had, decidedly a really great fan base. So she has kind of sidestepped all the, bad vibes that were initially put toward her. So let's check it out. Let's see how she feels about Harry. I know she turned his bedroom into a closet, but why not? So we're pulling up the card view. Thanks so much for being here. As always, my favorite part of the day. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I do have a sale going on. Sorry, I have an injured back. A sale going on for the rest of the summer. You can book a discounted reading with me through the end of August. And I really do need to get a haircut, guys. My hair is killing me. Through the end of August, I do have a sale going on, both on my hour-long readings and my Lenormand class on my digital platform. So you can find links to both of those below. Please take advantage. The Lenormand class is discounted significantly right now. So that price is going to go up on September 1st. And it's a great class. It's a great way to learn an easy divination practice. Maybe we'll do a little Lenormand for Queen Camilla as well. So let's see how she feels. We're going to bring up that card view, and I'm splitting my cards. Let's cut them. Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. I always do that. And right in the middle, Ace of Swords. Let's see what this is. So Ace of Swords can either be new beginnings or cutting them off and letting them kind of go on their own. What's crossing her, holding her in place? The Empress. Wow. She is thinking like a monarch, not like a parent or a step-parent for that matter. Really, Six of Cups under the surface. He muffed up. We used to say that when we were kids here in the United States. He muffed up. Ace of Pentacles. She thought that he had the ability to do something with himself in the United States, but that has changed. Four of Wands. She wants the palace to be peaceful. Bringing him back in is welcoming in chaos. Two of Swords. He made his choice. This is shocking. I really did think that she would be much more supportive of a father trying to bring his wayward son home. And this tells me she's not very supportive of that she is more supportive of the health of the royal family in general. She's looking at the larger perspective. Very, very interesting. Not at all what I expected from the lovely Queen Camilla. How does she see herself? Here, Queen of Wands. She's like, we've got players that are working. We have to work with that. How do others see her? I think Harry sees her as a potential ally. because she had been on the outside at one point with some negative press. I think he's going to lean heavily into that and try and appeal to her. She's far too practical to try and sway her with emotional appeals. Hopes and fears. The hope is that they stay on the outside. She does not want them back. I think having an intimate knowledge of the king and how the king reacted to all of the drama, you know, she knows the pillow talk. She was there with the king when the worst of the worst was happening. She knows how upset he was, and I don't think she wants that to happen again. She wants them to stay on the outside, and she's more than happy to deliver that news. Believe it or not, she would say, you know, stand next to her monarch, her husband and monarch, and say, no, you guys messed up. You gotta go. You gotta go. So what does she see for the future of the royal family? Psalms, Harry, what does she see for the royal family? What does she see? What does Queen Camilla see for the royal family? Page of Swords, cutting off these dramatic folks. King of Swords, stopping that language, stopping that conversation, stopping the publications. You know, I think she does not want to give them any more material for the book. Having them not around gives them no material for the book and then nothing for them to be upset about. What does she think they should do in terms of players for the royal family? She's ready to bring in the second generation. You know, Eugenie and Beatrice, I think she's very keen on giving them more of a platform. Lady Louise is someone that she is looking at. Lady Louise is someone that can represent in the fashion of Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh. Also, there are some other younger players that we're not really intimately knowledgeable of yet that she really wants to push to the front. There's something about Louis and Charlotte. She wants them, they already have a good following. They already have people that are keen on them, and she wants that to be maintained. And I do think very progressive thinking. I think their digital platform or digital curbside is something she is pushing for. I think appealing to, and it's not as like hokey as like having a TikTok account, but having some social media presence. I think she is someone who is saying, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world if it's curated and maintained properly. Psychically speaking, I know William and Catherine are very concerned about the negative comments that could be on social media, but giving them, giving people a little bit more information about them is something that Camilla says, you know, people are interested in it. People are clicking. They are curious. They want to know more about these kids. Let's give them a little bit more, not everything, but a little bit more. Let's let them know what's going on. So, and it's not about giving them investitures or patronages or anything like that, but it's just kind of giving a little bit more insight into where, like hints about where their careers are going to go. So very interesting, very much more progressive than I thought it was going to be. The king. So her main concern is the health of the king. And there is some you know, a primary thing that she is concerned about is Keir Starmer, Prime Minister Keir Starmer, and the relationship with the king, and kind of, you know, nodding and agreeing with Keir Starmer. She's a bit concerned about that. She wants the king to really stand on his own and not bolster the opinion of the prime minister or any of the politicians. She really wants the king to have a compassionate view and a foundational view of the United Kingdom rather than a progressive view. She wants him to lean back into a more conservative approach to the United Kingdom, which is not something that King Charles is known for. How does King Charles react to that? How does he feel about that? He doesn't think that that's a way to reset the foundations of the United Kingdom in a modern world. He thinks going back to those conservative values, we wind up with, you know, people saying the far right leaning, that kind of thing. You know, he does not agree with that, but he does want to connect better with the people of the United Kingdom. He wants to connect better with them. And he felt that agreeing with the prime minister, having that statement where, you know, they talked about, I don't have the actual quote. I'm sorry, I don't have the article in front of me, but I'm looking at, all I have is Tim Walz all over my screen here. You know, agreeing with the prime minister to a certain extent, he thought that that was the cohesiveness that the United Kingdom needs. That was his decision and his Privy Council's advisement. So, you know, was it? Not necessarily. You know, Camilla is a countryside kind of gal, and I think she really is thinking in terms of the, you know, countryside living and not the cosmopolitan kind of mixing bowl. I don't want to say melting pot because that's the United States, but the mixing bowl that we have in some of the cosmopolitan areas like London. So I mean, that's not to say that she's completely oblivious to what goes on in London, of course, but you know, thinking more so about that countryside kind of living. So you know, I think they are at odds on that, where she says, you know, let's get back to some more conservative values, some more moral based values. It's kind of what she says. Well, it's so simple. You know, we just go back to those 10 commandments, or we just go back to the golden rule and take it from there. That doesn't work when you have other cultures in the mix. So that's not going to work. So do I see any difficulty between, so how does she feel about Harry? Let's try that. Let's see. How does she feel about Harry right now? Him personally, how does she feel? How does she feel about Harry? 3 of Cups. That is a celebration card, but she thinks the substances are directing his poor judgment. Under the surface, she thinks he's got problems. You know, that devil card is all about the addictions in the past. This is him throwing an ultimate temper tantrum. This is a sad squirrel. It is exclusive to this deck. When he's in reverse, that is a little kid just throwing an epic tantrum on the floor, screaming in the grocery store. Queen of Wands, she does not want to do anything about him. It's not her place. It is not her place. She doesn't want to help him. She doesn't want to hinder him. Moving forward, she will be nice. She will be pleasant. She will be cordial. But the reality is that she just wants to see him go on and set up shop someplace else. Sees herself as the Ace of Wands, sees him as never-ending disappointment. No matter what he gets, he is spoiled, spoiled, spoiled. Hopes and fears. She hopes she never has to talk to him again. Ultimate outcome. She expects him to keep talking smack about her. The more she hides in behind the velvet rope, the more she is not opening arms and welcoming him back, the more she thinks he's going to be critical of her. So that's fine. Good on you, Camilla. Stick to your guns, gal. Stick to your guns. So with that, we're going to pull down our card view. And we are going to see what the Princess of Wales thinks next. So I know you guys love Catherine, the Princess of Wales. So we'll take a look at hers in the next one. Until then, thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in a bit.